Shane Dawson is a very strange lad. I'm very confused on what has been happening with him. He just keeps topping the last thing that he's done. Like, this is, like, what is going on, Shane? Here's my thing. Shane Dawson has just done a series of posts on his Instagram, basically hyping up Jeffree Star. No, you're probably like, oh, you've already talked about that. No, he did it a few weeks ago too. But only this time he said festive edition, because he's now relating Jeffree to like Christmas. What does Jeffree have against this man? Why is this man so up Jeffree's ass? Like, after everything. Oh my god. From an outsider's point of view, Shane, he did not defend you at all during the controversy. He literally ran for the fucking hills, hidden hills, it was a little joke, and was nowhere defending you. Weeks after, whenever it calmed down, he made that doing what's right video, Shane. He is not your friend. Holy shit, at least on a public perception. He did not give two fucking shits about defending you. And it's so funny, like, just coming at this whenever you talk about these timelines that happen, you know, and you're seeing that the inconsistencies in Jeffree's story. And that's not even me defending Shane. I'm just saying, I don't understand this man. Shane Dawson is a very strange lad. Why is it that literally he is like so up Jeffree's ass? Like, and like, this is whenever you're supposed to be quiet on social media, and like, my full thing, my predictions were wrong, let me tell you. I thought that Shane Dawson was going to slowly come back to the internet. Now, it's been a very fast pace that he's been coming back, considering he hasn't addressed anything or taken any sort of accountability. Right. That, on top with the fact that I thought he was going to be posting like a video around Christmas time, because he would be able to pass it off as like, cozy, Christmas, you know, wholesome. You know, that act that he kept up for the past couple of years, you know, the wholesome act. I thought that he was going to do that. But honestly, at this stage, if he's still, at Christmas time, up Jeffree's ass. Like, like pushing Jeffree. And can I tell you that when Shane Dawson has been posting these Instagram things, he's consistently losing followers on Instagram. So him doing that, still pushing Jeffree, is he trying his best? The only logistical way I can look at why this man is still pushing Jeffree Star on his Instagram at a time where he's still supposed to be fucking silent, you either speak up or fucking don't, Shane. Like, at a stage in this, like how deep we are into this right now, is he posting an excess amount of Jeffree Star shit on his Instagram story to like make sure that by the time he posts something like substantial that he can make money off of, all the people who, you know, are against him and Jeffree will have unfollowed? Is that what it is? Because if he continues posting these like Jeffree, fucking pro Jeffree Star things, like people are gonna get pissed and unfollowed. So like by the time he wants to upload something, obviously in the fucking new year or something then, you know, those people will be gone. Long gone. But still, morally, like, your own fans, Shane, are calling you out because of your friendship with Jeffree and how that ruined your reputation. I don't think Jeffree has anything to do with that. I think it was you on your own. It was just you and Jeffree are fucking two, like, evil powers put together, you know what I mean? Like, but it's wild. It is so... And so let's go through it now, okay? So you're aware that Shane has been slowly coming back to social media and posting little Instagram stories. First it was promoting Ryland's podcast, then it was saying that he'll be back soon. Keep in mind that he says that after each thing, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have to keep saying that he said he's going to come back because he does it after every Instagram post. Then he was doing it about how he was so happy. Then he was doing it about merch restock. And he manipulated his fans even further by saying that he didn't want them to buy it, but new products are available now that I really care about and I would really like you to have them, but don't feel compelled to buy them. But I know people really like sales, and so if you want to, maybe it would really help me out. Like, not this per act. Again. Give us something new. Give us another alter ego, please. Crickets. Crickets. Chirp, chirp. Crickets. So here we have this new set of pictures on his Instagram story. Now, so he posted this one. It's obviously a Christmas cookie, as we see right here. I actually really want to do some Christmas baking before the season's up. I need to make that a priority, and I will. So he said, I made a face too, but it was cuter without it. Ha 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 ha. So here we see this, and now this Gucci suit. So is this new era of Shane when he comes back going to embrace that he's a fucking multimillionaire, or no? Because a per person wouldn't be doing this, Shane. A per homeless person that you've been, like, portraying to us for the longest time, darling. You know, they wouldn't be like, oh, my Christmas cookie has to have a Louis Vuitton Gucci tracksuit. No. Because that's what you were wearing in between the filming of your, you know, documentaries, your long vlogs, and taking it off whenever you were on camera to, you know, push that narrative that, you know, I am per. Watch my videos. So, obviously, the new era is going to include some Gucci and Louis Vuitton moments, which is shocking if you're going to be pushing, you know, the lies that you were before about you know, needing people to watch your video because, you know, you're so poor and you're almost homeless. Oh my god, I went to do the Debbie Ryan! No! I do that in literally every video. I keep forgetting I'm wearing a hat. Hey. Like, Shane, really? Come on now. That's so laughable. But don't worry, it goes on. So keep in mind that he said, I made one with a face too, but it was cuter without, so I think that's a Jeffree drag. But before, you know, we get to the Jeffree stuff, just a little interval with Ryland as the Grinch, so very cute. Lots of love to you, Ryland. Anyways, so here we have this one. It says Colorado squad members, so I assume they're in Colorado, obviously, for vacation or whatever. So Terry and Willie, nice, okay. So it's nice that you're posting on social media without taking any accountability or apologizing to any of the families that you have harmed. Isn't that right, Shane? So now we have Shane Dawson literally involving Jeffree Star in his social media again for no fucking reason. Yay, Watch Mojo, top 10 reasons why Shane Dawson... I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna finish that sentence, actually. That would get me demonetized. So here we go. Fine, here's the face. Jeffree, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be you, but I guess it kind of does look like you from 10 years ago. So funny, so funny. How were we supposed to react to this? You know what I mean? There's no reason for Shane to be pushing Jeffree again. And now he is pushing it because he only posted 4 things on his Instagram story. One of them being about Jeffree. Well, 2 of them being about Jeffree. Because this was leading on to this one. Why, from a business point of view, wouldn't you be distancing yourself at least a little bit? This is why it's so hard to believe that he's gonna come back. Like, I know he is. But it's so hard to believe because is he going to be... He's like doubling down on everything. You know what I mean? The podcast with Ryland, he said that him being called out this summer was stupid drama stuff. This man isn't taking this seriously. So when he comes back, be prepared for that. He's probably going to do fucking videos with Jeffree again. You know why? Because he didn't take anything people were calling him out first seriously. And he doesn't care. He's making his money. He's monetized again. He will continue to make his money with Jeffree and without Jeffree. Which is funny because Jeffree's, you know, demise has been happening on YouTube. And he's definitely not as popular as what he once was. And I really do think the peak of both of them was whenever they were doing the series. But it's like, you've been so exposed now and not taking it seriously and it's been too long. That whenever you come back, be prepared for a little bit of, and you know what I mean? It's common knowledge. Fine, here's the face. Jeffree, I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it kind of does look like you from 10 years ago. Fine, haha. I don't get it. This is such a fucking slap in the face. Not only are you still releasing merch, manipulating your fans into trying to buy it, whether you want to fucking admit to it or not, because you are, in my opinion. This too. He didn't have to do this. He could have texted Jeffree this, but he didn't. He chose to put it on his Instagram story. You know why? Because it gets him more attention. fine. But if you want more attention, shouldn't it be for the right reasons for once, Shane? Shouldn't it? Or are you so accustomed to and you made more money from the backlash, so you can just, keep the backlash up? He could have texted Jeffree this, FaceTime Jeffree, and was like, look, Jeffree, I'm so sorry, it wasn't supposed to be you, but I guess it kind of looks like you from 10 years ago. He didn't have to do that. And then there's another one. The teeth. Ha 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 ha. Why are they so real? This just doesn't sit right. I do not give two flying fucks if you're like, Adam, you're reaching. Because this is a slap in the face. He's choosing to, like, push Jeffree on his social medias. He's actively choosing to. Despite what his own fans want and are speaking out against, he's still doing it anyway. That's someone who's doubling down on their actions. Doubling down on being called out and they don't give a shit. Stupid drama stuff is what he called this. Now, in my opinion, the clips that we were seeing for the first time this summer and the family speaking out was not stupid drama stuff. And now you can have your little, manipulative return YouTube to YouTube. What? Return to YouTube? Hold on. Your little manipulative planned trip back to YouTube, whatever. Return. You can do it, right? But just whenever you come back, don't even act like you want to take accountability. You know what I mean? Because you didn't want to take accountability in that taking accountability video. It's very clear. Said it again. You said you made that video because Jenna Marbles made one. That's not someone who took it seriously back then. Months later, you've literally not been working for months. And you're still this attitude with it. Shane, literally, what the fuck? It's so simple at this stage to grasp. You've let this go on for months and months and months. You don't care. You don't give a shit. We're aware. But you've hurt so many people. People who are still giving you money and want to give you money when you come back. But they just feel bad about supporting you because you've made them very uncomfortable. And you've made them very uncomfortable with your friendship about Jeffree and it being exposed how manipulative that was. Remember Taddy's video and remember other situations, people coming forward saying that you were calling Jeffree and going off on how much James Charles pissed you off and stuff. This is the narrative that's being pushed about you. And what are you doing? Feeding into it. And now he knows that everything he does is being looked at. Everything he does is being talked about. You know why? Because he is more on the, like, binocular side of YouTube right now because he hasn't taken accountability, he hasn't taken it seriously, so people are going to be watching his stories. And whenever he's choosing it to do that, you didn't need to bring Jeffree up. Fine, here's the face, Jeffree, I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to be you, but I guess it kind of does look like you from 10 years ago. If you wanted to post anything at most, you could have literally just ended it at, look, haha, Gucci, haha, Louis Vuitton. Guys, I'm per, please buy my merch, but look, haha, this is the stuff, It's so frustrating. These two men are as bad as each other. They're never going to take it seriously. Jeffree didn't take it seriously and made it known that he didn't take it seriously. And now we're seeing that Shane isn't taking it seriously. I mean, what did we expect? It's still not nice to hear and see, but it's just very confusing, and the conversation is now, whenever Shane has his inevitable comeback, how are people expected to take it seriously whenever he continues to basically just do a finger up at anyone trying to get him to take it seriously? If he still wants to stand beside Jeffree Star, no matter how much his fans are telling him not to, wouldn't you think he would address why he's still beside Jeffree rather than continuously posting him and alluding to him? That's someone who doesn't care and just views people's money, in my opinion. Because you're not even listening to them. You could have texted him that. And this isn't the only Jeffree thing that you've been posting all over your story recently. I honestly don't get it. I don't understand what his methods are in this and what his plan is. And then Jeffree going on Ryland's podcast and Jeffree talking about the drama that happened and Ryland saying that, yeah, we just needed to step aside for a bit. But now we're back and working. And it's like, at what cost? At what cost? Congrats. You got what you want. Losing the trust of your fans again. You literally annoyed them so much on this. Like your 12-year-old stans, Shane, are tweeting about how they're so embarrassed that you're bringing up Jeffree again. Because they're seeing that Jeffree's not a great person either. There's literally nothing more you can say on this because it's so frustrating. You know, I know. Somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Oh, see iCarly theme song. Guys, let's talk about this below. Jesus Christ. Maybe him and Jeffree are going to do a sit-down video and that will be his return. Maybe that's why he's been alluding to Jeffree so much. You know, like what we planned and thought that Taddy and James are going to do? Maybe it was just Jeffree and Shane. Who knows? Sheesh. Bye.